Hello, ladies, and a little bit of gentlemen. Welcome to yet another beautiful segment of the Girls Talk right here on Rapid Television. It's a time where we basically get to have conversations about the girls, the boys as well, relationship dynamics, and basically things about life and society as it relates to us based on our gender. And this very beautiful day, we have a number of conversations that we would have, but there's just a quote we hear people say all the time: women never support women. And many times I just look at what people say and I'm like, do women really never support women? But if we need to take our minds back, you see that there's a quote that gets thrown around a lot by Madeleine Albright's line. And she says, there is a special place in hell for women who do not help other women. And so it's become almost like a moral test. So if you're a woman and you don't lift other women up, something is wrong with you. But is that really fair? And more importantly, is that even true that women don't support other women? Or is that just a story we've been told for so long that we started to believe it ourselves? So here's what's very interesting. The term for this Queen Bee syndrome is, it's been over 50 years, I would say. It was coined in about 1973. And even the original researchers now say it's been misunderstood. More recent research, including a well-known study by a Catalyst, actually found that 65% of women who received career support went on to pay it forward to the next woman, a higher rate than men in the same position. So today, we're not just going to be asking, do women support women, as a yes or no question. We're asking, where does that doubt come from? And where does it show up? And what does real support between women actually look like? At work, at home, in friendship groups, on social media, basically everywhere. And I have two very lovely ladies. I mean, we're talking about ourselves today, so we might as well just crowd the studio. We have two very beautiful ladies who will be telling us from their perspective whether they believe this to be true, or maybe they have nuances to this story. Our first guest here is Lillian Ugu. Lillian Ugu is a lawyer and founder of Prime Innovation Hub. Welcome, Lillian. Thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad to be here, and it's a pleasure to actually be part of this great topic. When I knew about the topic, I was like, yes, we need to actually talk about this because it's going on everywhere. People say, oh, women are supporting women here, this one. But actually, when you look at it, do women generally support women? I would say yes and no.
Before we get Before we get to that, let's talk about our second guest. She's Azubiko Rita Chinechere. She's a chef and a content creator. And I must add that this will be the first chef I'm seeing that they don't look like what happens in their kitchen. Talk to us.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be back here again. And this topic is going to be very, very amazing because it actually involves us here now. So we are going to be giving the whole tea about
I like that part where you say tea.
the whole tea that involves with girls supporting girls or women supporting women, and it goes like both ways per se. So yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
So now we'll get to the very, very crux of the matter. We've already said, women do not support women. So in your gut reaction, is it true, or that's like a lazy stereotype you hear people say, and why exactly?
Well, I think if you get the women that support you, then you're very lucky. Yeah, sometimes it happens that, yes, women actually support women. But what I see generally is just the name. People just like, oh, women supporting women. It's mostly they just say it. But most times what we see these days, especially in social media, friends, envy, it's mostly competition you see. So some people, like I saw one quote somewhere, they were like, people, especially girls, want you to grow only to the extent they've imagined you to be. So most times they say, oh, they support you, but when you keep growing higher than the expectation, you will see everyone is calm. But if you get some friends or family or girls that are actually supporting you till the end, then they are very rare gem and you should actually keep them. So it's there, but it's rare. Most time what we find here is competition here, trying to look if you are growing higher than them, to know if most times they just want to copy you or what have you. So it's really rare before you see genuine women who see you grow and still clap for you and actually love you as you're growing.
Okay, let's hear you, Rita. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'll more likely key into what she says because, firstly, it's very good if you're able to have people that support you genuinely without having the thought of maybe envy, jealousy, this whole competition, inner competition within them and you as well. And again, like some people might want to support you, but they just want you to be at that point, they want you to be beneath them. It's more like they would want to help you, but they don't like you. I don't know if you really get what I'm saying. They would want to help you, but they don't want to see you above them. Some people are that much, should I say jealous or very, very bad, that they don't want to see you above them. They just want to see you going, being able to come back to them to get that stuff you usually get from them, the help, the care and everything. But you going above them is like, that's where you've joined the line, and they'll literally go miles to bring you down.
But men do it. They do it all the time. But that's the truth.
Like supporting.
Yes, that she gave an analogy where she said sometimes women don't want to like constantly give you the full help just so that they'll be dependent on you all the time. But we see men do that all the time as well. So does that now mean that they are very unsupportive people?
You know, coming from a fellow woman like you, it's actually different because I believe it should be like girl's girl. You know, if you are in any position to help somebody, why not do it openly without having any bad intentions later on or feeling bad that this person is having something that you don't have? Because I feel like if you're doing very well more than me, I'll be happy for you. I'll clap for you because I don't know tomorrow. The way I might be happy for you might also make me like draw some certain let's say tap from your blessing to me, and then I'll end up maybe having something. Like, just do it out of your own kind and not because you're expecting anything in return.
Okay.
Well, the truth is, personally, when I saw the topic, first of all, I always like to know where something came from, because we did not just sit down one day and all of a sudden the conversation about women don't support women started flying around. It did not. Somebody actually started it. And that's why I made mention of the Queen Bee syndrome, where people just get up and say, oh, women. It was actually coined by a woman. It was very interesting for you to know. Where it was like in 1973, and she was saying like, women don't support women and everything. But you see, that conversation was very contextual. And I think that we as a society, we didn't take our time to understand the context with which that statement first started before we took it as an ideology. It was actually a research that was done. You know, I think it was a term that was coined like in 1973, like I said. And the researchers, they were studying women in a male-dominated environment. That was how it actually started. Okay. So these researchers were studying women in a male-dominated, and I mean, we live in a male-dominated society.
Yeah.
And that research, they saw that women now distance themselves from other women to survive. It's more like creating an alliance with people who call the shots or who control the shots, right? So that was how it started. But personally, I don't think it's an ideology that would fly that women don't support women. Men also don't support some men.
Yeah.
Men also don't support some women. Women don't support men. Women don't also support some women. So I think it's a very lazy stereotype. We have just, you know, coined and made it look like women don't support women. I don't believe that.
So I believe that because I
believe women don't support women.
No, I believe the ratio at which men support there's this brotherhood in men. Like,
okay, so where did this statement "na man they do man"? Where did it come from?
For the women. I understand that when it comes to, there are two things. Obviously, we know when it comes to the dating kind of this thing, man will try to show. But I'm talking about the general, genuine kind of advice. Like a man can say, oh, you be my guy. Offer. They will tell you the actual general advice they are supposed to give you normal. Like if a guy comes to meet a guy, there is this general love they have for themselves. They can actually, you will see three brothers grow together. as friends, they win together. But you see sisters, most times they have envy through the guy that, yeah, but I hardly see envy from a guy's girlfriend with his fellow guy. But you see like 2 girls, maybe 3 girls, one of them has a hot boy. Because of that, you will start seeing she started being sentimental in her advice. You will start giving attitude here. So girls' relation is always attitude. Now, several things. I went to a single girl school, so I really understood this thing very well. In our school, then they had all this bloke and babe something and all. Even if they are girls, you will see this envy because this one have a different house where they will start acting this way. But if you go to male school, boarding school, they are just living their life and everything.
They worry about other things.
They do.
They worry about other things. I also went to a single-sex school where it was only girls.
Okay.
And the truth is, maybe it's because of how I am. It's never crossed my mind that somebody was jealous of me. I wasn't even thinking it's that. We were children. What are you jealous of? My uniform that is that. You know, because I don't think about it like that. And that's why I keep saying it's a stereotype that has formed an opinion that is deeply ingrained.
I think what brought out that stereotype is people's experience. A lot of people have experienced that. Obviously, something cannot just happen like that. A lot of people have experienced betrayal.
I'm just telling you now, there was a research that was studying women in male-dominated environments.
I understand that maybe the name came, but I understand that. But different experiences have also come to actually make that statement valid because of the different things people see. People see envy everywhere. And also, there's one thing you said regarding girls try to discuss more with guys because they see genuine discussion. They see discussion where you got me. Like when I discuss with you, you give me the right advice. Honestly, so many times you see girls. You know, I've conversed with some girls that they are like, I don't really like talking with girls because if the girls, just like what she said, there's a limit they want your discussion to be. When you start going higher than the limit that they are also, like, let's say you're discussing, if you see this fine guy, they gave me this money, my birthday is tomorrow, they have given me iPad, they gave me this one. Then the other girl's advice to her is either it is going to be one-sided or she will not give her the good advice. She's already envious normally. Like, there's just this general
when you keep telling somebody, let's say we are friends now, and then I always come to you telling you good things that are always happening to me, but you're not reciprocated in that same energy. Honestly speaking, even if you are not jealous, it will build in, you start doubting yourself and you start having insecurities.
But that can happen to anybody.
It depends on your mindset.
I think girls take it on their personal more. Guys are.
Do you know why I'm struggling to accept this is, before you make something a complete ideology, you have to understand nuances. First of all, a man and a woman, our makeup, our biological, psychological and emotional makeup is different. If a woman feels it, you will see it on her face. Maybe that's where the problem is. Because if she's envious of you, her tone is going to show it, her body is going to show it, her face is going to show it. The man can be envious of the other man. Let me tell you something. I think that men, their envy still ends up on the plate of the woman. You see a man telling his wife or his girlfriend, he doesn't even know who that his friend thinks that he is, and that his friend will never know that that's what that his friend thinks about him. But you see, their own makeup is different. They are more in control of their emotions.
That is the problem.
You see, it's not a personality flaw. I don't think it's a personality flaw.
But I think it's something you can get hold of
if you want to, yes.
And you
shouldn't just let yourself
I'm not
just
going
do
to
that.
lie to you. I cannot relate to when you say that women don't help other women. I can't relate to it because I've shared this story with my colleagues and my friends many times. I worked somewhere. I had a very toxic boss. She was always yelling and everything. But in that yelling, she created opportunities for me. She linked me up to opportunities. Many women have done that for me.
Yeah.
It gets worse. I went to an all-girls school and I have only sisters. So I can never sit somewhere one day and tell you that I feel that my sister is jealous of me.
it's something I cannot relate to.
But some other persons will tell you
very
that.
well.
You know when you're final, when you're doing,
you're that's what I'm saying. Like I said,
from where you're coming
initially.
from, you have it and your own perspective.
Yeah,
you have your own, I
yeah.
have my own, based on the different kind of
And you are like,
So why do you want
percent.
to use another person's experience to form
We are
an
looking at the
opinion that will
percentage.
shape the minds of the
Let's
younger
say, because
think
it's
it's a
more.
percentage.
It's more. Let's say it's like 80%. 80%
Have experienced
the same
kind
thing.
of girls' envy.
Recently, there's a study it was in Edo State. Recently, it was published on the news. It said about 70 people from, I think, July till now have been sexually assaulted in Edo State. 70 cases of sexual assault. 50 of those cases are from the fathers of these girls, and these children range from between 10 to 14 years of age. Because of that number, can we now say that, because it's obvious that more of the people, the fathers there, from the percentage of what we now see on the news. So do we now say that more fathers in Edo State, that in Edo State this is a thing, fathers abuse their children? Do you think that that's a very fair analogy? Because the most experience, you have like more people have that experience.
Yeah.
Or that which we even know, sex trafficking in Edo State. You know that it happens there mostly. Families are looking for greener pastures. It happens there. So we now say that in Edo State, don't go to Edo State or don't marry a person from Edo State because they will sexually traffic your child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is not wrong. Wait, wait. Honestly, if 80% of persons in such state do, like we all know while growing up, say you would just say, this Edo State, they usually traffic girls to Italy and everything. And when you go there, I schooled in Edo State, so when you go there, you will see women that they don't have a problem. You see this sexual purity and all those things. It's not really something that they hold a hand like so. And that's it.
So will you not
because of
generalize
that?
and
I just
say
feel it's more like an
everybody
eye
is
opener
like
for
that?
you to just be watchful of that particular place.
Yes.
Do you get? Because when you've had cases like this several times, what will come
It
to your
gives the
mind?
notion of the kind
It
of
makes you
people there.
worry.
Like the way
Worrisome,
people
you get?
say Igbo people like money. And truly, why not? It's generally like
everybody
that.
likes money.
Even a character flaw. That's what I'm trying to make us see here. The fact that Igbo people like money is not a character flaw. Does it become a flaw for some people? Yes, because they get greedy. And they can do literally anything to get that money, right? But because we always say, they all like money, does not mean all of them will do rituals.
No, I think
Just
that one is a good advantage for them. Them saying they would
They
people
like
like money and everything.
Yeah.
So that's the good part of what the notion of an environment or a
Is.
state can
Exactly.
give. But the Edo State, like even Benue, so I also heard that they said that back then the men give their wife as gifts.
Yes.
To people. I also know that there too, all those sexual purity is not something they hold. You
Yeah.
see a very young girl there, pregnant, have like 2 children, maybe at 15 years or so. So it's just general, and that's the notion there. That is the general. Should I say the percentage
when
of
something
some
is
kind
repeated
of attitude.
continuously, you just give it to them like that.
The issue.
And that's why
So
girls
the
are like
issue I
that.
have now. Because we have, there's something I believe in. Okay, I always like to say study and research and what other, because that's like the foundation of what's an opinion that people have formed over the years. It starts with one person's research. It starts with one person's experience. And then you talk about it becomes like an opinion that is formed. But you see, these scientists also did say that as an individual, say for instance, you heard something that she said about you, right? And whether it is true or not, anything you do will further prove to her that you did it. Even when there's a possibility that you did not do it. So that's what I'm saying about forming for the younger generation of women a perception that women do not support women. What happens is when they grow, whether they have an experience of antagonism from other women or they do not, they already have it as a mental construct that women do not support other women. Meanwhile, it is false. Your experiences are different. Yours are different. Mine completely different. Because yes, there are rooms that I walked into that I never would have gotten in there. It is women that did it for me. Because the society, especially when it comes to men and giving out opportunities. There's this widely accepted perception that they'll always want something in return, which most likely will end up being, your body, sex, or something of that sort. But I cannot say that all men that I've encountered actually wanted that. Some men actually created a level playing ground for me. So that's the danger in creating a perception based on your experience.
Okay, so I think that it is not, I don't believe that any person that has not have personal encounter about something should just put it at the back of their mind. I think first of all, why people say all this, just like what you say, be careful, just for you to be watchful and be conscious of such things, because it happens and there are a lot of scenarios where these things has happened. So when people tell you, oh my girls, they envy girls, so girls, she may not give it, just have it at the back of your mind while still going to try your luck. It's not like you just hate someone.
That anybody can do that.
Yes, that is justice. Like,
does it?
No, because for girls,
I've actually experienced love from girls, from women too. So it's not like I'm just saying they don't support women, but sometimes even in that support, God, you need to pray. And like,
do you know that a girl cannot just like you because of your face? Like, they will just see you like this. You don't have to do anything. Like, they're just giving you attitude because maybe you are looking good. That's just how it is.
Do you know? Let me tell you something.
Because we have
this one person that in my head, I'm seeing you as, oh my God, like my friend. We do things together, not knowing that behind you're feeling less of yourself because of me. I don't even know this is what is going on in your head though. We had this conversation and then she was like, please, I want to make a confession. I said, what is it? Then she started like telling me that, okay, initially when she met me, she felt, oh, maybe I wasn't going to be her friend because she felt, according to her, she said, you've never repeated clothes before. I've not. I said, eh? So if I just wear, will I try it? No, now, come on. You do what works for you. But to her now, she feels, oh, what if I now end up wearing something she has seen me wearing before? It's going
that's
to...
where you know.
I didn't know this thing was going on in her head, though.
That's what I'm trying to
maybe
tell
what if she had allowed it to build something else? I would not know. I'm still taking you as my person. And then you're feeling like, okay, I'm better off than you. But you're still coming to me as my friend, having that thing in your head. Okay. When I heard it, I didn't want to let it build some set of resentment towards her. I just felt like, but why? I never made you feel that way. And she was like, yeah, that's what I'm confessing now. I'm sorry. It was before. She was like, it's something she herself had from her past experience that they bullied her for something like this. So anytime she comes in contact with something more than how she sees it, she starts feeling less of herself.
So do you think now, Rita, that it would be fair to say that kind of person is a jealous person? Do you think it would be fair to conclude that this your friend now is a jealous person?
I did not take it that way because one, she gave like the points from when it started, meaning it was coming from bully. Do you understand? So sometimes it's not just because the person just wants to be jealous. There's a background that is pushing that narrative to the person's head.
I'm glad that you were saying that. I'm glad you were saying that because now you will understand that this envy that we have so generalized for women, jealousy and not support for other women, there is something that sponsors it at the back.
But sometimes some people can be.
They have character flaws. There are people that have character flaws, and I'm not denying the fact that there are women that are just that can be evil.
Yeah,
I'm not denying that fact. But you see, most often than not, these things that we create a stereotype about is actually sponsored by something, which is what I first of all explained. The fact that women trying to function in a male-dominated environment sometimes will want to get the favor of the men. It is politics. It is going to where the power is at, which is men generally, because they know if I want something now, the possibility of a woman giving me the money to do that thing is the chances are slim, even though that is changing now. So they would naturally lean in towards the place where their problems are more likely to be solved. So in the case of your friend, it's not because she's jealous and it's not because she's wicked. It's because she's, number one, suffering trauma of being bullied. Number two, inferiority complex. So the issue of jealousy is a reaction to something that has happened in the past, which is why stereotypes are very dangerous.
Well, I think her friend is also one of the good persons you can even say for her to even come up
honestly
and not
speaking.
act on that. There are some people that act on it. You will just not know why they are giving you attitude. And aside that, you will see a lot of people in relationship. No relationship. You will see the girls giving good advice. Oh, that's why I always tell people, and it's always good you see the general notion that don't bring a third party to your relationship, because girls usually real relationship to date that boy.
As long as it's better than what
I
they
always
have.
try to when I have free time. Honestly, when I have free time, I go online. So you will see a lot of people's experience, and even personally, someone even told me something regarding, as a lawyer, just confidential information, and you realize that her friend discussing, oh no, it's a red flag, is this one, that one. Before you know, after she chatted the guy, like, thank God I've left this relationship. She said, good for you, everything. Before you, after some weeks, she realized that they were dating even months while they were having those relations, and those issues they were having is because of that her friend. So you realize that when she was divulging so more, the boy bought for me this one, did that one. And meanwhile, she was feeling just like what she was feeling less of herself because she didn't have such kind of person. So she started chatting the guy before you know. And outside that, even people that are posting there's one girl that kept posting her husband, everything online.
Okay.
When she just went to the man's DM, started saying hello. Like, even people that were her friends too were still chatting him. So I think, people want you to grow, but you see when you start getting attention from men, getting gifts, they wish they were you. And sometimes they try to even get such kind of thing, even from your own friends. Yes, from your sexual. That's how it is. Like they act on it. Like boys, they may see that their guy is doing. They try to get updates, but you see acting on it. Say, I want to snatch this girl, and you see outside that, you see marriage. Let's even go to marriage. You will see girl trying. See the way they are saying, "Oh, sugar daddy," like it is not someone's husband. But you see the way men respect their fellow man's wife. I understand that. Yeah, wait. Hold on. Okay, just like you say, from the experience of men that I know, like there's just this thought that this girl is married. Like for married women, like there's always this thought that no, that my guy wife, all this kind of. But you see girls, like in fact they don't even have any circle in their mind. Honestly,
I don't know.
Towards married men, girls are very free. They don't have, and they just feel that a married man is just a normal man, and they can still date him. That's what is feeling everywhere now.
What I'm going to tell you now is that is also a product of societal stereotypes. It is the same society that tells you that men are polygamous in nature, and because of that, nobody judges a man who goes outside of his marriage after younger and single girls, because that is a stereotype that this society has already created. But when it comes to the woman, the culture of shame, especially when it comes to marriages, is heavy on the backs of the woman. And that is why these things happen, I promise you, but it happens in secret. That is why you cannot come out and openly say, oh, these guys don't rest. It's because for the woman herself, the culture of shame will be a lot. The married woman that is in a relationship and dating a younger boy, or a guy that is single. So this whole notion of, oh, the guy will never go there. No, even if he goes there, you won't know. Because they try to keep it a secret because of the culture of shame, especially when it relates to the woman. But the man,
it's more like
his
it's
friends
accepted.
will most likely
cheer him
for dating younger girls outside of his marriage. Believe me.
So you're saying now, because of a stereotype, that's why men respect married women or don't go after married women?
I'm not saying they don't go. They actually
do, but it's hidden.
Yeah, always see men trying to respect married women. Like,
that's the picture they want you to see.
Exactly.
You get.
So how do you see the hidden one? Because I'm talking about the general stereotype that is everywhere. Like, and what I see, I don't know what goes in hidden. What I see is when men say, no, if they married women, they just leave her. Outside the fact that the woman don't try to even go out. Me, I feel that the stereotype is on the women. I didn't know that the man is having the stereotype because she knows that the woman will actually feel not happy doing that.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the point where we go out on a very quick break. And when we get back, we keep up with this conversation. Remember, it's still Girl Stuck right here on Rapid TV. We will be right back.
Yeah.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. It's still Girl Stuck right here on Rapid Television. And we have been trying to question the stereotype of whether women actually support other women or they do not. And of course, we've had Lillian Ugu. She is a lawyer and the founder of Prime Innovators Hub. Thank you so much, Lillian, for joining us on the conversation. We also have Azubuko Rita Chinecherim. She is a chef and a content creator. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you.
Well, this conversation has taken a very interesting turn because it's now revealing to us that there are certain things we probably might not know. Yeah. And Lillian says, well, we have to give her updates this morning on the show. But yes, let's go to another aspect of the conversation, which would be the pick-me behavior. I know we've seen it all over social media. Oh, this girl is a pick-me. Oh, that guy is a simp. We have many languages these days to categorize people based on who they are and, situations that has led them where they are. So for this pick-me behavior, they say women distance themselves from other women to seem more appealing or acceptable often to men. Is this something you have witnessed personally? Or what does it really look like? Have you seen a pick-me person trying to just align with the man, their thoughts, whatever they say, as opposed to what a woman thinks?
Okay, so let's start.
Rita, let's
Okay.
Yes, I have seen, and it was very bad.
Okay.
Very,
Share
very
your
bad.
experience with us.
Like, instead of you being honest about it, just because you want to feel among, excuse me, just because you want to feel among, or you want to be seen as a particular person, because you want to be seen as a particular person, whatever they're dishing to you, you're just adding up. Instead of tell them the truth, like your no is your no, but no, you're going on with their own narrative just because you want to feel among wherever they are gathering or whatever conversations they're having. You just want them to see you as, this girl is always, let's say she's always standing for when we are saying some kind of things. Like, it's very, very bad.
You want to feel cool.
You want to feel among. It's very, very bad.
So do you think that is just basically do you think that that's because the woman wants to shame you or she just wants to be acceptable?
It's both ways. Sometimes, I know if I say this now, you say, thank God it's coming from me. Sometimes it might be like, maybe they're lacking something that they're not getting, and they just want to feel, that to be seen by anybody, by the guys, or even sometimes the ladies per se. And again, sometimes they just do it intentionally, just to shame the other person that is involved. Do you understand? The woman, they just do it to make you look less. You don't feel that you're all that person, but they just want to make you feel less of yourself at that point. So it depends on who is doing it. You understand?
Oh, as always, I'll have a bit of contrast. So I think, yes, they can be a pick-me, just like you say. Some people just try to, just to be the same. They say, before everybody will say, please find this girl for us. She's the real MVP. All that kind of thing. Yes. While I understand that some kind of things happen like that, I will also say the hate towards men is getting too much, where people don't want to be realistical about a lot of situations. Okay. You will genuinely see some situation where they need to scold that girl because, yes, you did something wrong. Yeah. But because they say, everybody's scared of saying this one, if you actually say these days, if you give a girl a very good advice, I just give her, this is the right thing, you will start saying, this one is pick me. So I still feel girls should still come to their senses. I beg. Yes, sometimes you need to be realistical about some kind of situations. And yes, we know that men actually have so much ego and everything. They try to do this one, but sometimes it now look like girls don't have fault again online. Like you will not see a general situation where people will say this girl is at fault again. I'm like, are we all saints now? You will see even a girl. There's one girl that will, like, if she discover that her baby is a man, she's going to kill him.
This one, some people are mentally unstable. You need to realize that.
Honestly, like, I'm like, has it gotten to this where people just hate men? Like these days now, as long as you just say, oh, this man, you will not, nobody even ask, why do this woman, what did you do or something? Just anybody that just asks the woman, what did she do? Hey, pick me.
I'll still always, in fact, to this entire conversation for me, I would always blame it on stereotype. Do you know, the society does not realize what it does to us as individuals, you know, when it places certain things or certain rules and stereotypes for us. I know that previously they'll think that these things are just a way to guide us or to just set restraints or, you know, something of that sort. But at the end of the day, these stereotypes that we have created is the product, what we see now in this society is a product of this stereotype. Because let me tell you something. The society has made it to look like women are most likely blameless. Women can do no wrong. If you see something happen between a man and a woman, they will automatically ask, what did the man do? That's a product of stereotype. Because they would say, oh, the man is not supposed to, even if the woman is insulting the man is not supposed to talk. The man is supposed to provide. The man is, and then society goes to tell the woman that she's a passenger princess. And she gets into a situation where that passenger princess will not work. And then there's disagreement. There's now problem. Stereotype. Because I believe that every human being has very emerging versions of them. We evolve every day. So there are parts of us that we might not know that it is there. In fact, this envy and jealousy thing that you are saying, sometimes people outgrow this behavior. It's a certain age they are in. Like teenagers. What do teenagers care about when they are teenagers? Nothing much, oh. They just want to look good. They just want their hair to be properly done. They just want to be cute around their mom and everything. You know, so when they see another teenager that has what they don't have, sometimes it's not jealousy. It's just desire to also want to have it. But you see where it now degenerates. It's where that desire now leads you to make a decision that will now become of harm to the next person. So, in general, I would say even the pick-me attitude we are saying, oh, the woman is pick-me, it's this society. We have centered men. We have over-validated women. Sometimes we have under-validated men. And because of that, a particular group of people will think that they have more right to act a certain kind of way and others do not have the right to act a certain kind of way. So this pick-me attitude is basically a woman responding to what society has taught her over the years, that a man is more important. And so even if the man is wrong or the man is right, the most important thing is getting the validation of the man because that makes her look cool. And it's the same thing with not speaking up. Society has also told her that as a girl, you are a princess, so everything should be about you. And so when a girl starts to tell you, no, everything is not about you, sometimes you also need to consider the man. You now think of it as antagonism. So all of these things are dynamics that the society has unintentionally created. And so the response that we see is what we are now talking about here today. But you see something I want us to also pay attention to. Let's not just talk about the problem. Let's also find out what solutions we can create about these stereotypes of women not supporting women. Already I've told you that I don't believe that it is true. I think that whatever happens is a response to, you know, something way deeper than that reaction that we see. But in any case, if women do not actually support women, what do you think is responsible for this? And how can we move on from that to a society where we can all depend on each other?
Okay. So, firstly, I would say like I'm more like in between of women support women and women also don't support women because I've experienced like both. So I would say like it starts from the individual first because it's whatever you feed your mind, that's what you would use to relate to people. So now you have to tell yourself that, okay, I'm beautiful, I'm bold, I would have whatever I want to have at its own time. Even if I don't have it now, years to come, I would eventually have it. It helps to like position your mindset, your thinking in a different, genuine manner. And so that when you come across people that are doing better than you, instead of having that jealousy, you tend to learn.
Yeah.
Tell them to put you through so that you could do better for yourself. You learn from them, not just thinking, this girl is she's wearing the most designer, whatever, she's doing this. And then you start thinking, why don't I have it? You see that I'm not...
Unnecessary
Do you
pressure.
get... Just calm down and learn from people you can learn to avoid all this jealousy stuff. So that's what I feel like is going to be better for me. You just talk to yourself first. Be self-aware of who you are. Leave that whole insecurities of whatever you're feeling. And if you had like past traumas, try to work on it. Don't let it like dwell in you that you now get to have issues with almost everybody that is just living their life around you without even knowing. You're building enemy like within yourself against somebody that is meant to help you in life. So just work on yourself individually first, then the rest will follow.
Yeah, so let me just start off from where she stopped. Actually, it's self-awareness that is very, very important because there was someone that said jealousy, when you are jealous of someone, it means that you can never have that kind of thing. But if you believe that you can actually have it, like when I was in university, a lot of people were buying hair. But I was like, I shouldn't pressure myself. I'm still schooling, for God's sake. I will surely become a lawyer and I will surely work, except maybe they want to remove that part. If I will surely reach that stage, then I'll get what I want. So because I was self-aware, I knew where I was going. I knew what I can do to actually do those things. But if you were just sitting down, you just feel that, I want to get this. I mean, you just feel that you are not going to reach there. But just be calm, know where you're going to, actually know the process of how to actually get it. There is process everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the truth. When you read, where you want to go, there are people that have achieved that. So you will check through their process. So if you know there is a map towards making it, then you will not actually feel sad. So that's basically what I think about jealousy. So you should actually prepare and know about yourself, so that you don't feel sad. And also, let me talk about clique. There are some people that are very intentional about making you feel sad about where you are. So you should actually know your clique, know the right persons you are with, know the right person that actually make you achieve where you want to go to. Yes, most time I even feel when you are growing, just so that if you are not meeting the person that is higher than you, that is going to teach you, don't go and be meeting someone who is not really all about showing. There's some people that hide update too.
Yeah.
They hide update. They don't want to let you know how you're going. They just want to always make you feel down. Like they always, I bought this one. Nobody people come. Oh, yeah, how far now? Let's see how you are doing this. They will not tell you. So avoid such, because those people will actually make you start feeling that even when you don't want to feel jealous, you might start having. So go to the people that you know that is either teaching you or working with you to where you're going to. So
all right, I guess this is where we will draw a close to this conversation today. Thank you so much, Lilian Ogu, for joining us on the conversation. Also, thank you, Azubuko, Rita Chinechirin.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much for joining us. In fact, I want you guys to be propagators of the notion that women actually support other women.
Yes.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. So this conversation today, do women support women? So maybe the honest answer this morning isn't a yes or no. It's that support isn't just automatic just because we share a gender, and it isn't absent just because we've all met a woman who let us down. So it's something each of us has to choose to practice again and again, especially when it's inconvenient, when she's prettier, when she's got the job you wanted, when her marriage looks easier than yours. And the data actually gives us hope here. Most women, when given the chance, they do lift other women up. The ones who do not are often responding to a system that made them feel like there's only room for one woman at the top. Not because something is broken in womanhood itself. So here's the challenge as we close. Pick a woman today, a colleague, a friend, a stranger in your comment section, and be of support. You wish that someone had shown you, not a repost, an actual action. And maybe that's where it starts, the support. to another. Thank you so much for joining us on the Girlfriend Show today. Remember, we are active across social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, on TikTok.
It is at Rapid TV. On YouTube, you might want to share this video to your friends at www. No, that's the website on YouTube at Official Rapid TV. Please do well to share, to like, to repost, and do whatever it takes so that the message gets to other women. And www.rbnradiotv.com allows you to connect with us from anywhere in the world. You can also download on your iOS or App Store free TV and search for Rapid TV and get connected to all of our programs 247. My name is Martha Alu. Thank you so much for joining us. I will see you tomorrow.